The Apollo. So, you know, I was so hesitant to get this because it's so darn expensive, and it's a trap to have you buy all of this, which it looks like you've fallen into this trap.
I was in before I got the Apollo.
So first of all, what made you decide to go that route?
Well, my hand was forced in a way. I was on a system where I was running a laptop, Snow Leopard, Logic 9, so that was like the most stable. Those two things have been the sort of the OS and Logic, and an Apogee Ensemble.
The silver one?
The silver one, yeah, Firewire.
Okay.
Because my laptop was 2010, so it's Firewire. So, as I said earlier off camera, it was a really good lesson. I learned a lesson in maintaining a studio. I procrastinated buying a new interface, and I just stayed on the system for so long until I couldn't have any updates, and actually my computer started playing up. So I needed to basically get a new Mac.
Right.
And now they're Thunderbolt.
Right.
So I could have used the
dongle or
the converter Apple.
Okay.
But they also stopped supporting the Firewire.
Oh, so you would have had to gone to an older OS.
Yeah.
Right.
I bought this with El Capitan.
Right.
So that new.
Yeah.
Even though at the time everyone was saying it was buggy, I had no choice. I think I could have maybe gone to Maverick if I'd got someone else to.
Right.
Apple wouldn't do it. So I was just in for a bit of a bumpy road for a while, and actually now it's pretty good. So so that was basically obsolete by buying a new computer.
Yeah.
So I was naturally gonna. I loved this ensemble. It was really good. I loved the sound of it. I looked at the new one, which is also very expensive.
Yeah.
And then it was around Christmas time. The Apollo came out. I was already using the satellite. So I got that satellite when I bought my LA610 Mark II that you now have.
So you should have given this to me.
Yeah. I hid it when you came into the studio.
And is that, would that be called like a duo or a quad?
That's a duo.
A duo, okay.
Yes, satellite. So I was already in, and I was using the plugins, and they sounded great. So I needed a new interface. Then it was around Christmas time. The Apollo came up for sale, the Apollo 8, and you get a free quad Thunderbolt.
A free quad?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So that was like a great deal.
Totally.
So I don't know what they are, 1,300 or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, and I was at that stage where I was like, I've really got to upgrade everything. This isn't. I can't do this in increments in a nice way. This is going to sting no matter what I do. So, you know, I am running a business. Like, I want to sound the best I can.
Totally.
So I'll just go for it. That was a deal breaker. I was using a lot of plugins I really enjoyed using, and to get a quad effectively now. See, this is a duo Apollo. So now I've got 8 chips.
This is a duo, so
so it's basically
2 and then 4 here.
Yeah, and 2.
8. Okay, cool. I continue. I lost my train of thought, but go ahead.
Yeah, so I bought that, and you now find me at a place where I don't actually have many preamps. I was
going to say, was it difficult? Was it difficult to let that 610 go and the ISA?
I did really like that unit, and sometimes I do. I miss it.
You haven't replaced it.
No, I know. I should stick my wish list up there, shouldn't I? Like print out like an API or.
If you want, I'll take a picture of it and email it so you can print it off.
But my ideal unit in that same ballpark would have been the 6176, which is
the 1176.
Yeah, which is the 610 into the 1176.
It's a little bit more expensive.
It is more. That would have, at the time, that was maybe what I would have loved, but I couldn't quite afford it. And so it was a good unit, but when I got this, it comes with the Unison
The 610.
610B.
Right. And so
And
from
so-
a guy using both.
Yeah, so I did. I obviously naturally did. Being the geek I am, got out the mic and did some tests. And there, if I'm completely honest, there was a little difference.
Yeah.
But what I decided was, you know, at the stage I was at, the room that this is, it's more like a sort of a production recording suite.
Yes, right.
It's not like bands every day are walking in here recording drum kits, 15, 20 mics sort of thing.
Right.
It was such a small difference. And let's be honest, that isn't a massively high-end. It's a good
It's true.
pre,
It's
but
true.
it's not massively high-end, is
It's
it?
true.
Like, so
Because it's 2 in 1.
yeah, and even sort of like the price range, I was like, it's such a small difference that what I would be better off doing, which I had been thinking for some time, rather than keep going out and looking for preamps on Kijiji or whatever, I would be better off getting the Apollo, learning to use the Unison plugins really well, selling some of the other gear for a while, and investing in better microphones, so that my mic choice, you know, can be better. You know, like you know, record at the source a bit better.
So what's one of your favorites sort of the UAD stuff?
There's so much.
Everything we have open here?
Well, yeah, the Fairchild is pretty good. That's really nice on the mix bus.
Yeah.
Maybe a bit surprising. The LA3A.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard that.
That's not even been revamped.
I've heard
It's
that.
still-
Yeah.
I just like it. I like it on guitars. I like it on vocals. I like it on drums. If I'm thinking, if it gets to a point where, you know, the running out of DSP or whatever, I'll happily use the LA3A, which is, it's not as
Less
intense.
DSP. Yeah.
It's just really good. The de-esser, the precision de-esser,
Okay.
I use a lot. I used to use the Waves de-esser a fair bit,
Yeah.
and the UAD one is great. I use that a lot. At the end of a vocal chain, just slightly.
That's cool.
And probably Ocean Way.
Right. I'm curious to hear that. A lot of people talk about that. So when it comes to Unison pre's, you have the 610 and the API. Have you used the Neve?
I've used a 1073.
Right.
That sounds great. I use that on the vocal. I also have the Neve 88 RS.
Okay. I'm not
The
sure what
legacy version though.
okay.
They've just revamped it to Unison.
Oh,
Apparently
yes,
it
I
sounds
saw that,
amazing.
yeah.
But I've used the legacy version more in like the broadcasting stuff.
Yeah.
So I would potentially get the Neve because it's Black Friday.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I mean, I have to say I've never bought anything full price. It's a great thing about UAD. They're
Totally.
like, I got this ridiculously cheap because they threw like a $50 voucher my way and then another $50 voucher for some reason because I hadn't shopped for a while. It's like, hey, come back and shop with us. Here's
Oh
another.
wow.
Then it went on a crazy sale. It was the June.
Right, because they have the spring one. Yeah. The
Yeah,
summer
and I
one.
picked it up for like next to nothing. So if
gotta-
you're just patient and you know what you want, you do not need to pay full price. That's
Right.
one way of keeping costs down. But
That's
I'm
cool.
not saying they're not worth it because they
No,
are.
no, I get that.